Warning! This podcast contains MacGyver. Which also, I guess, technically means it contains explosions!
Good evening, and welcome to Big Brother, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Big Brother 18. I am your host, Big Brother historian Luke Labignara. With me, my friend and fellow co-host, Dom Greco, also a Big Brother historian, both coming to you live from East Haven, Connecticut.
How's it going?
It's going good, thank you. Congratulations, Corey. You and I have won the power of veto. We are wearing gold tonight. So tonight's veto competition I thought was actually really, really cool. I've never seen MacGyver, and I know it's been on for probably through our childhood, but I just loved the different strategies. And did you see how the most epic and priceless moment of tonight was, I don't know about you, but I loved how James just wasted all his water and he was so screwed. What was your favorite moment about tonight?
I like the fact that Natalie went first and she got so far, because it was like, all through the whole competition, it was like, oh my god, like, is Natalie gonna pull this off? Like, is she gonna win, up until, like, the last two? And it's like, okay, well, Corey, the one person I didn't expect to get anywhere in that competition, I figured Nicole would have gotten farther than him, but no, he beasted the competition, and then the person who I thought was gonna do it, which was Paul, because Paul he's always boasting, he's the mental guy, and Vic is the physical guy, so I was like, well, Vic is not going to finish the competition. He's not going to do well. He made it pretty far, but Paul, I expected to go all the way, and nope, he just dropped the thing right in the... That's probably what I would have ended up doing, too, is I would have lost the thing and then realized, but as we saw with Corey, right? Corey didn't even need the string. He just reached his fingers in, so, I mean, technically Paul still could have won.
Right, but you know something? I mean, Corey actually did a pretty good job at beating this competition. I mean, he beat Natalie right out of the water, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you know something? What I like about Corey tonight is Corey may look like he comes off as the type that's cocky and arrogant or something like that, but no, he looks the type, but he's not. He's actually very mellow, and he was it seemed to me like he was humble tonight at his win.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to beat competitions now. He's actually starting to show. I think he was kind of laying low in the beginning just to ease it through, so that way when it gets towards the end, I think his game strategy is to not win anything in the beginning. Don't show that. But towards the end, when it's at least down to the final 6, okay, now I can start to really play Big Brother.
Yeah.
That's how my game strategy would be, too.
Yeah, I mean, see, Corey and Nicole... they floated to the end here. Like, they really did. And then they just started playing game at the final 6. They didn't start playing game until the final 6. Is that a strategy? Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. So,
I mean, Dom, in my opinion, I think that's a very good strategy. I mean,
I
because
agree.
that way you're not a target. Because if you're a target in the beginning, your game is down the tubes. And even if I was to get evicted and not make it to the end, like, even if I was to make it
I was going to say, look at Victor. He painted himself as a huge target, a competitive beast right at the start. Yes, he's still in, but do you see the lengths that it took to keep him in that house? Like, he was evicted twice.
Right.
He was evicted. So floating, keeping low on the radar, it's an excellent strategy. It really is.
It is. I mean, here's the thing. If I were to go into the Big Brother house and play this game and compete for $500,000, my strategy would be like Nikori. Don't win comps right away. If you do, people are going to see you as a threat. You're going to get nominated. Your ass is going to be on that block. And before you know it, your ass is walking out the front door talking to Julie Chen. I'm sorry, but that's the way after watching this game for 5 years, I've seen the strategy play out, and people have played it really well by keeping low in the beginning.
Yeah.
You're going to paint yourself as a target if you start in the very beginning at winning competition and boasting how you're so good at this game. I know this game inside and out, and that's what people got evicted early every season. I mean, other than tonight, I thought Corey played a very good game. I mean, Natalie was the runner-up, but speaking of Natalie, or let's make it Jadalie, I think there's love on the rocks in paradise.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
she hit James right where it hurts in that London room tonight.
Yeah, she's very frustrated. I don't think what she did was right to James. I understand where her frustration is coming from, but I don't think it was right to take it out on him like that. And then, to go behind James's back and talk to Victor and Paul like that and throw James under the bus was completely wrong. And then, you have Victor and Paul, like, yes, it was a game move, but they also kind of did it on friendship level where, they're talking to James about these things. And it's like, it's really hard to talk to somebody about that because they don't want to believe it when they're in that situation. Like, you ever start dating somebody and everybody's telling you, oh, they're no good for you, they this, that, and that. You don't want to listen to them. You're just like, yeah, whatever. You're
incapable of listening.
Yeah. So it's really hard for James to be able to hear that stuff, but because of what Natalie had said to him just previously, like, if you do this, don't ever talk to me again, he's already starting to think about stuff. So Paul and Victor just happened out of, like, pure coincidence and luck, pulled him at the right time to talk to him about that.
Do you think that was a smart move, though?
It was a very, very smart move, because now, without making a deal with James, without saying, hey, let's work together, right? They got James's trust. So, right. If James wins, right? If they vote Natalie out this week, if they vote her out tomorrow in the head of household competition, if James happens to win, that automatically destroys the final four, right? The group is gone.
It does. But now they're starting to flip the coin and turn their target toward Natalie. So right now, they don't, like Victor said, we don't know who our target is right now. It's all a matter of...
But if they keep James, right, if they evict Natalie, they keep James, if James wins, the likelihood of James putting Victor and Paul up on the block together are very slim now because of the talk that they just had.
Right, so now he's gonna... now James, if James were to win HOH this week, he would target Nakori.
Yep.
Wow, and who do you... I don't know why. I'm not a psychic like I told you, but I just have this gut feeling that Corey's going to win this game.
I really hope not. I want Victor or Paul. I think Victor deserves it more than anyone, but Paul has played a really incredible game as well. Plus friendship.
That's true, and plus friendship. You know what? He would make Big Brother history, and I could definitely see him making appearances on Big Brother in the future years, like Brendan and Rachel have.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I like Corey, I like Nicole, but I don't want to see them win. I don't want to see them win either. All we have to do is just, all we can do is hope for the best. I mean, it's just a game, but, I mean, I'm just keeping it on the down low so I don't jinx anything. I mean, that's my game strategy.
Yep.
I think we basically covered everything of the events that happened tonight. Everybody played in the veto. There was no choosing of who was going to play because I think we're pretty much done with that now that we're down to final 6.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much out in the open now. So as of this moment on, everybody is playing the game. Nobody's being chosen to play in the veto. Everybody's playing for their own game.
Yep. We got just, 2 weeks left now?
Yes, we do. We have 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
And just for the record, today marks my 5-year anniversary of employment with my job, my second job.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, not to get off subject, but they're having a luncheon for the associates that have been with the company for 5 years now. I'm not going to be able to go, though, because it's all the way out in Haddam, Connecticut, and I have no way of getting out there. And I'm not going all the way to Haddam just for a luncheon.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, why can't you just have it in the county where our district is,
Yeah.
Yeah, but on a note to end the night, who will be evicted from the Big Brother house, Natalie or James? And the power is back up for grabs in an all-new battle for head of household. It all happens tomorrow night live, Thursday at 9, 8 Central on Big Brother. Dom, where can the people find you?
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, Phenomedom, where I will be voting Natalie out of the house.
You can find me down below at Zupa23, ZUPA23 on Twitter, where I will likely also to be voting Natalie out of the house. Dom, take it away.
You can find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies.
From outside the Big Brother house, I am Luke Labagnera. This is Dom Greco, both coming to you live from East Haven, Connecticut. Good night.